Appropriations Committee to order. The first topic is item number 128-12-20. Deputy Court Administrator Attorney Referee submits agreement with CMHCM for the provision of a mental health service coordinator. Is everybody here? Thank you.
Yes.
Jim, can we ask Lori Bomarito from the probate court to answer questions that you might have?
Who is that?
Lori Bomarito. She's
Lori.
the attorney referee over in the court.
Aha. Yes, where is she?
I'm
There
Oh,
she
she's
is.
on the
I
call.
see you down there in the left-hand corner. Cool. You want to start it off, Lori?
Sure, I'm happy to do so. Basically, what we're seeking is approval for the county to enter into a contract on behalf of our department for a fully funded grant position that is paid exclusively through community mental health. And what this will allow, the agreement just simply allows community mental health to have a mental health coordinator or a therapist on staff at the JCC. And I think I understand this is a pilot program that is unique in the state of Michigan, and that there are other individuals assessing how well this pilot program is going on, kind of up the food chain, if you will. But the idea behind it is that when we have youth that are detained in the JCC, there's often a disconnect between the mental health services they need through community mental health. So this individual is designed to facilitate and fill in that gap.
So we have never had one before. Is that correct?
Correct. That is my understanding.
So
All right.
how are the services done now?
They are done through various referrals, through oftentimes like the probation agent would try to reach out for a therapeutic intervention. That's one example. Sometimes we have youth that are dual wards, where we have them on a neglect case, but we also have them on a delinquency. So sometimes we're able to piggyback through the Department of Health and Human Services, additional services that particular youth would need. But the idea here is to kind of bridge any gaps and make sure none of the children or the youth that we serve fall through the cracks as it relates to mental health.
Scott, don't you sit on a community mental health?
No, I do not.
You do not. Do
I
we
think
have
it's gay.
anybody? Pardon? That's
Gay
gay.
is. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
My only
So
question was, go ahead, Eric.
So is this only going to serve Midland County youth that are placed at the JCC, or is this regardless of what county places a client there?
I don't know the answer to that, to be honest with you. I know that we have one out of county youth placed at the JCC right now, but the community health resources that we're tapping into, I think would primarily serve either youth at the JCC or youth that are a part of the community. So I think overall it would benefit our community youth more so than it would an out of county youth, but I can't represent to you today that out of county youth will be not served.
You said this is 100% funded by a grant?
It is.
How long is that grant for?
I believe it is for 1 year. That was the term of the contract. And
So-
then they will evaluate it moving forward.
So if this is a test case, I mean, we're kind of playing with somebody's life here, in that if that grant goes away, I'll be the bad guy. I'll be the Steve Geisler or Steve in this discussion. If it's 100% grant funded, then the position goes away. If the funding goes away.
Scott, can I just interrupt? It's not an actual, it's not an employee. This isn't going to be an employee of the county. This is a service being provided by community mental health to us. So if the funding goes away, the contract would end.
Okay, for some reason, I had the idea that this was a body. Sorry about that.
Well, it is a body, but it's not going to be a body on our payroll.
Okay, okay.
And I've yet to see how much it's, what is the amount of the grant?
I don't know. I can find that out. I don't know that because it's fully funded by community mental health.
So can I clarify here? The grant is being received by CMH,
Right.
and we're not getting a grant and then paying CMH for the service. CMH got a grant and
is
they're
getting a
providing us
grant.
with the service.
And
So
they are supplying the service to us for nothing.
yes, so essentially it's the best of both worlds for us because we're getting a service and we don't have to do any type of record keeping for the grant.
Very cool.
I have
That's
no
amazing.
issues.
No other issues?
I have no issues with this.
I don't think I have either. Scott?
Yeah, I think I'm okay with it. Yeah. I
Okay.
move to approve.
Support.
I guess it's moved and supported. Any further discussion? Anybody? There being none, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Next topic. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm sorry if I didn't do a good job answering your questions, but
Well,
thank
Lori,
you.
it's new to you too, as it was to all of us. Thank you.
It is, but it's nice to put faces with names. I will say that. So nice to see you all in person.
Okay,
Thanks.
well,
Thank you.
it's not true. I'm not just another pretty face. That's not. Okay. Next item would be item number 129-1220, I believe. And I
And
think
I
that
listened
guy that's
to the
right in the
finance.
middle. Huh?
I listened to in finance committee where this was already addressed, and I don't have any issues with it. Move to approve 129-1220.
Moved and supported already. Okay. Anybody else have any
Can I just say one thing?
yes,
Sure.
I'd like you to say one thing.
Because I'm here. Thank you guys for your support, and also for Jeanette from the first meeting and supporting us on this project. So we really appreciate it.
Very good.
You bet.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to take all those. Who's going to make the motion?
It's already been done.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. I think that takes us through to contracts, county recurring contracts. I had the first one. I had a question for Mr. Beeson on $795,000 for an addition to the infirmary. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Gosh, that seems like a lot of money.
It is. It's a lot of building. That's the
How many square feet?
2,800, something like that, 2,800.
20.
And we also comment it's less than the original budget.
2,600 square feet.
Yep.
Wow.
Could-
Yeah.
I just
How
had
much-
a question on the tire. Could somebody explain the grant there? The balance of 2020 grant is 2180. What does that mean?
I'll
Talk
take
about
that.
something other than Pinecrest. I'm so sorry.
Scott's talking about the
The energy, the 2020 scrap tire cleanup grant. It says balance of 2020 grant is 2180. What
Yeah, what does that mean? I
what
don't
does that
know.
mean?
Does anybody know?
I can explain it if you'd like me to.
Please.
Last year, Mosquito applied for a grant for $4,000. Because of COVID this year, we couldn't use all the money, so we had $2,180 left of that grant. They've extended the grant into next year to allow us to keep that money and use it towards scrap tire cleanup this next spring.
Okay,
Ah,
So instead
That
of
makes-
taking it away from us, they're letting us keep it and carry it over.
can
Yeah.
we still put in a proposal for 4,000?
That I'm not sure.
Because
I don't
I
know
mean,
that we, I don't know that we would need it. We could.
did we need it last year?
We used a whole 4,000, but would we use more than that? I don't know. So if what you're suggesting is your question is, can we keep this and apply for 4,000? I don't think we would use $6,100. So we could probably apply for a smaller amount to help offset,
enough to bring it up to 4,000?
right?
So just so I'm, what is the budget based on, the $4,000? Just an estimate of how many tires we can get in?
I don't have the answer to that. Does anybody?
Yes,
Okay, what, Bridget?
the answer is yes. He asked, is it the estimate of how many tires we can
So-
get in? The answer is yes.
So if it's, I guess what I'm getting at is if it's possible to do more with a bigger grant, would we want to try and do that?
We could, but and I would leave that up to Carl to decide, but it's more about how many trucks are available to us to fill.
Well, it's a little, I think is this a county project or is it a combination city-county project? Because I
county
know,
project.
yeah, the city collects tires. And you can have so many tires out there if you're a citizen of the city. And I don't think that affects us at all.
Well,
So Bridget, you said that it's just related to how many trucks they send us. I guess I don't understand how this operations work. And I don't want to belay this thing, it's a $4,000 budget item, but
well,
you know,
certainly something that when the time comes up for the next tire collection, I can have Carl give you an update on how the process works.
Well, there's a group up in Sanford, I believe, that grinds the tires.
That's in Coleman.
It's in Coleman, okay, but they grind the tires up,
Yes. Mhm.
and this is payment for them grinding the tires up.
Yes.
Okay,
all right. I have no further questions.
Move to approve the contracts.
Support.
moved and supported. Any further discussion? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, 3 ayes. The bills,
No bills issues for me this time.
I have no issues with the bills.
Move to approve the
I got it.
bills.
I got it.
Sorry.
I got an issue, if it's okay.
Okay.
The Comerica Bank, it says custodial fees, retiree healthcare plan. What are their fees for? It's like a total of $25,000. What do they do to bill us for that kind of money for retiree healthcare plan? What are they doing?
Well, other than looking, I'm bringing up their invoice here. I mean, I believe they hold, the money. Do they actively manage it? I'm not positive here. Let me look. I'm looking at an invoice right now. It looks like it's just a fee of our.
They invest the money for us, or
Yeah, they hold
paying
the
the interest for us? I mean,
Yeah, they're
aren't they-
holding.
Why ain't they paying us?
It looks like they're charging us a fee based on the value of our portfolio that we have. Are they actively, I can check with Kathy Lunsford.
Is this just for cash on hand? I mean, we have somebody who actively manages our portfolio.
This piece, well, the invoice I pulled looks like, no, it's for the full value. So it's, they're basing it on 32 million for the retiree health care. Yeah, based on the market value. So it's their, evidently looks like it's their fee to hold our money. What they're doing for it, I'm not sure. But I can check with Kat.
I normally, if somebody's holding your money, they pay you for it.
Right.
I will be very interested to find out what it's for. Thank you. Anybody else?
Move to approve the bills.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any further questions? There being none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I think that pretty well wraps it. I was going to do one thing before we ended our meeting, and that is I wanted to find out how much per square foot we paid for that 2,600 square feet.
Kevin's on still.
Do you know what the per square foot price was?
$200 a square foot, I think.
You're closer to 300 a square foot, but you got to be careful what you're looking at because a lot of that included remodel inside the building to accommodate the addition. Gaining just square footage. You're getting a new laundry area. You're getting a new hot tub area. They're doing a doctor's office out of one of the resident rooms. They're adding hand sinks for the staff at both ends of the east and the west wing to help combat COVID. And all of that's wrapped into this total number. So be careful you don't just look at the 795 and think that's all new product on the outside. That's all I can say.
That's a good point.
Well, yeah, I guess 300 times 2,600 is 780,000. Wow, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Okay. Thank you.
Move to adjourn.
Support.
Move to adjourn. Vote with your feet. Goodbye.
All right.